Here are four quarterbacks that we are obsessed with at RotoWire heading into 2025 fantasy football drafts. Starting out, of course, we got to put Lamar Jackson as a player we're obsessed with. At the top of drafts, it's Josh Allen or it's Lamar Jackson. We want Lamar Jackson. Why? Well, Lamar Jackson, what a magical season. The 41 passing touchdowns on 474 times. That one will be difficult to repeat. Could be a little regression there, but those rushing yards, 915. And if you think about it, Baltimore really figured out their offense after week 10 or 11. They moved Lamar Jackson into the shotgun, had Derrick Henry riding shotgun along with the shotgun quarterback, and defenses had no clue what to do. Run after Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson takes off. Go after both. Nobody's down to stop the downfield pass to Mark Andrews, Rashad Bateman, or Zay Flowers. Basically, good luck stopping this offense. Lamar Jackson had a career high average depth of pass, 8.8 last year, by far the deepest of his career. And defenses, again, cannot do a thing to stop it. As a runner, Lamar ran for 6.6 yards per rush last year. Jackson, that was incredible again because defenses just don't know what to do. Sometimes the defense attacked Derrick Henry, and when they did, Lamar just tucked the ball and said, okay, I will run for some massive yardage. So look, don't overthink this one. When you have the first quarterback on the board, go with Lamar Jackson. All right, next quarterback we're obsessed with, Dak Prescott, Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott, you can get just outside the top 12 quarterbacks in average drafts. Now, look, last year was rough. Missed half the season with a terrible hamstring injury, was ineffective at points before then. But Dak Prescott has had 3 insane seasons in the last 5 years. We've had a quarterback 2 finish, a quarterback 3 finish, and a quarterback 7. This young man can lead an offense to heavy passing numbers. So why do we invest in Prescott this year? The Dallas defense has a lot of players coming back from injury, and a lot of those players may not be back early in the season, and maybe they won't even be effective. This Dallas defense is probably going to give up more than its share of points. On the other hand, when Dallas is on offense, it's hard to trust their rushing attack. You got Javonte Williams, Jadon Blue, 5th-round pick, Miles Sanders, and Phil Maffa. This team probably will not have a sustaining rushing attack. What does that mean? The coaching staff will have no choice but to put the ball into Dak Prescott's hands. And beautiful things happen when Dak Prescott has the football because he has not only CeeDee Lamb and Jake Ferguson, but they brought in George Pickens to give him that downfield element that really diversifies the passing attack. Remember, years back, Michael Gallup had a big season when Prescott had that downfield option. George Pickens could be a beast to help Dak Prescott. If you're enjoying this breakdown, take a second to hit like and subscribe. It helps us keep the fantasy advice coming. If you want even more of RotoWire's tools, rankings, and insights, we've got a 15% discount just for our YouTube viewers. You go to rotowire.com, you choose your subscription, and you use the code YouTube15 at checkout. All right, next quarterback we are obsessed with, Caleb Williams of the Chicago Bears. We really wanted it to happen for him last year. Wish casted a little too much. This year you get him about quarterback 12 in average drafts. Why back in on Caleb Williams? Last year's situation in my mind was not his fault. He was constantly under pressure. Defenses knew the offensive line had no answer, and so they attacked relentlessly. Caleb Williams was running for his life. On plays that looked like he was missing receivers, he was probably anticipating pressure because of that rough offensive line. This year should not be an issue. The offensive line has been completely revamped. The interior, the tackle play is decent enough. Ben Johnson in to coach the offense. Receivers, you got DJ Moore, Romo Dunze, drafted Luther Burden, Colston Loveland, maybe a little DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. Caleb Williams is in a great position to have a big season in his second NFL year, and we're ready to jump on that in fantasy football drafts. Finally, the fantasy community is out on him, but we're in. C.J. Stroud, Houston, Texas. Now, Stroud's ADP has gone down all summer. Was the quarterback 17 in May, down to the quarterback 20 on average drafts as we head into July. So, C.J. Stroud, why are we in on him? 2 years ago, we saw a great rookie season. They had a great system for him. They were able to get downfield shots, and it worked. Well, last year, they kind of changed the offense on him. Defenses played a deep shell. Stroud was confused. It happens. The league made adjustments to Stroud. The offensive line was bad. Why it will be different this year? Here's why. CJ Stroud now saw what the league was going to throw at him. If you believe, like I do, that CJ Stroud was special as a rookie, he will now make his adjustment back to the league. No, the line's not going to be great, but the talent at receiver, I am fine with it. Nico Collins is a superstar. They bring in Christian Kirk. When healthy, very good slot receiver. Draft Jaden Higgins, Jalen Noel. Now, again, third round, second round draft picks, not sure, but I do think in this equation, they fit. CJ Stroud did one other thing last year in the NFL playoffs in 2 games. He ran for 42 yards in each game. May not be a big deal to you, but remember, this is a quarterback that did not like to run. I think he may have unlocked something in the running game that he realizes now when defenses all play back, you got to take those free yards. That would boost CJ Stroud's fantasy value significantly as well.